Then I darkened the shadow behind the body. Paying attention to subtle details like these is so important for creating depth and realism. I worked into the upper wing next, gently building up the value.
Hi, I'm Anna Mason. Welcome to this episode of Nature Studio TV, the place to be to create a nature-connected creative life. In this mini class, I'm going to walk you through the process I went through to draw this pretty great orange tip butterfly native to South America. Let's take a look.
I made this tonal drawing with graphite pencil using a process very similar to the one I use when I'm painting with watercolour. I started by creating a freehand outline drawing, referring to my printed photo and taking measurements with the mechanical HB pencil I was using. Then I changed to a 3B pencil, though you could use HB, to subtly darken the palest parts of the butterfly, leaving the very lightest parts as the paper colour. To achieve a smooth texture, I held the pencil at a low angle and used a gentle pressure. Next, it was time to apply the darkest tones in the whole drawing, which were around the wing edges. I used an 8B pencil for this so that I wouldn't have to press so hard. I was seeking to achieve smooth, neat edges on the outside and feathering the markings on the inside of the wings where they transition into lighter tones. I worked on the darkest parts of the body next, using the sharp tip of my 8B pencil to create little hair-like lines, leaving patches through to the paler paper beneath. Then I darkened the antennae using my mechanical pencil and moved back to my 3B pencil to shade the mid-tone areas, which are the wing tips that are orange in real life. Again, here I wanted to achieve a smooth visual texture, so I used the pencil at a low angle. I kept the pressure light and held off from paler areas. Just like with watercolour, it's always better to layer up gradually. I could now see that the mid-tones needed to be darker, so I set about subtly darkening the mid-mids, again holding off from any lighter areas. Then I darkened the shadow behind the body. Paying attention to subtle details like these is so important for creating depth and realism. I worked into the upper wing next, gently building up the value. I darkened the mid-tones on the body next, again trying to create little lines to resemble hairs. I lightly shaded over those pale gaps on the body which now looked too light. With the tones now mostly in the right range, I then switched back to my mechanical pencil to gently darken the vein details. It was important to get the angle of these veins right as they'd help to give the butterfly its form. This was the time to look really closely at the butterfly and include as many details as possible. It's such an enjoyable part of the process. I neatened up the edges and did some final darkening. Once I'd stopped seeing areas to darken and details to add, I was happy to call my butterfly drawing finished.
A full video class of this butterfly drawing is available now with Nature Studio membership. If you've enjoyed this mini class, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, then pop over to naturestudio.com where you can find a whole heap of free resources to help you capture the beauty of nature on your paper. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Have you taken my free full-length watercolour class yet? If not, you're in for a treat. In it, I guide you step by step through painting a juicy, realistic pear that'll make you think, wow, I did that. You'll learn a repeatable, reliable watercolour method that you can go on to use for painting all kinds of other subjects. I'm confident you'll discover something that I already know, that you're a better artist than you think. I teach everything about my watercolour method in this full-length class, and I'm sharing it with you for free because I want to show you what you can achieve with the right instruction. If it ignites a spark in you, just as it has for thousands of others who've taken this class, there are hundreds more detailed tutorials you can unlock if you choose to become a Nature Studio member. So get the free class now and get ready to wow yourself with your results.